Canterbury. So, the Hornby Library Customer Services and Southwest Leisure Centre project.
Just so you know this.
Yep. So, I mean, I'll get you to. I mean, we can take it as read, and I don't know whether there are any questions, but I just thought I'd alert the fact that Councillor Chen's identified just a small change to the second resolution, which simply, instead of saying agree that staff implement the process to expediently identify an alternative site, it says agree that staff implement the process as set out in paragraphs 5.7 to 5.13. So it just simply identifies in the body of the paper what the process is. It's a belts and braces approach, which I think is very sensible under the circumstances. So, are there, Jimmy, would you like to move this?
Yeah, I'd like to move.
And Anne would like to second it. Oh, yeah.
I'd like to move. One more question.
Yeah, I'll take Raf first.
Yeah, I mean, my question is, are we open to looking at not having these facilities co-located? I mean, certainly from my perspective, having been involved in the hearings panel, a couple of conclusions I came to was that the library could actually go on the current site, and the budget was pretty overcooked when I looked at some of the library rebuilds that we've been done. So is that something that will be considered, or are you still going to progress with the big co-located option?
No, Nintendo, I guess the council resolution previously talked about the co-location, and that was the feedback we had from the community. So still progressing down that pathway. However, the outcomes and the discussion with the community board may change that, and it will come back to council as a resolution. But certainly at this stage, the resolution that was passed in August 2017 was for the co-located facility.
Okay. Well, I'll be asking some questions about the budget side of things because I think it's too high.
Yeah, it's this particular resolution here. It's agree as to look for an alternative site in the development. Yeah, because it's yeah, I understand that, but I mean I must say that the feedback that I've had from people that sat on the hearings panel was such that you wouldn't want to rule out looking at what the options are. Because it may well be that there's a way more cost-effective option which will give people the swimming pool that they really want, and may in fact be a more cost-effective option in the long run.
Yeah, if I may, through you, Chair, to say, if you look at the Bishopdale Library, I think that cost us $4 million. Jamie, is that about right? $4 million? For a decent outcome. The budget for the Linwood pool, I think it's 20-ish. So if you compare that to this budget is pretty hefty. So I just think that should be looked at.
Yeah, I just the thing is that it has to come back to us anyway. So it's not. You don't just cut budgets. No. It's not a question of cutting budgets. It's a question of what is going to produce the best result in the shortest space of time for a community that's been waiting for a very long time.
Yep, and all we're doing here is proceeding, as we said, with the geotech analysis on Kyle Park. So once
that's happening at the same time.
Yeah.
This is asking for us to look at an alternative site.
Yes, I completely understand that.
Yeah.
So we're looking at an alternative site
at the same
Kyle
time.
Park, and then all the future stuff can come back to the council.
Yeah, that's right. But it would be wrong not to say that there's, a sense that perhaps these things could be done in a different way and more quickly and more cost effectively. Two people and a few more. Jimmy.
Okay, thank you. One question. If we review the policies 5.7 to 5.13, I'm particularly concerned is 5.10 because 5.10 is based on the all have been done through 5.7 to 5.9. But I'm question is what is the time frame for this the whole information were presented to the community board in the council timeframe, roughly.
Yeah, so based on in the report about getting the geotech information, the cost estimates back by late December, so you obviously got the recess in January, so as soon as we can go back, we will. So it's likely to be early to mid 2019.
Yes, that's okay, yeah, because I'm particularly concerned. If geotech, the investigation and also cost estimate, you've done at the end of December this year, probably this time period is a council recess, we are no time to process, to dealing with this issue. So after, January, probably the appropriate time.
Yep.
I'm happy to move.
Okay, Anne?
I have a question, if that's all right, Stop. Yep. Just wondering, 513, there may be a need to consult publicly again, depending on the outcome. What would be the conditions that would mean we would go back to, what would be the reasons to go back and consult with the community again?
In brief answer, in terms of the points that Raf just raised, in terms of if you were to change considerably from what we've done previously, so if there was a decision not to be able to use the consultation that we used last time, in terms of that would mean that we would have to go back in a different way. But that's still unknown, so hence we're flagging it that we may have to go back and do the consultation, but we'll take the advice at the time.
Right. And would there be anything, is there anything else you would do differently? Or I suppose it's probably a bit soon, but given the fact that there is some in the community who felt that their voice wasn't heard during the consultation process, is that something that perhaps would be addressed going forward?
Yes, in terms of certainly there's some lessons learned from the previous process and how we could justify that to do a good job around, so yes.
Great, thank you.
Mike?
Is it possible to ask a question of the chair of the board?
No.
Okay, because I just had questions around similar line to Raf, because I think they should be potentially uncoupled. And also, therefore, if they were uncoupled and actually the pool, therefore, by itself would be a much smaller facility, is there potential, therefore, to look at Denton Park if actually it could fit in with this current users and all work together?
I think that this is noting the decision that it can't be co-located. It can't. We're not going to reclassify part of Denton Park, so it can't proceed.
Okay, another question then. Had it just been a pool, was it possible that the hearings panel would have actually reclassified Denton Park?
You can't ask that question of staff.
Well,
I'm sorry, Mike, but I understand where you're getting to, but it's not something that you can put to staff on this paper.
I understand. I'm just concerned by 2, where it says we're looking for alternative site, and that therefore we're cutting out a complete option, which potentially, I don't know what the community says, which is actually just a pool on Denton Park. That fits in?
No, it wouldn't need reclassification, but I'm sorry, it would be a complete, anyway, we will get a report back from staff as a result of this paper, and I think we should just leave it at that. Thin ice, I'd say. Yanni.
Thank you. Previously, when this has come back, I think there was reference to staff were doing their own sort of review of how we got to this point and lessons learned. And I just wondered if anyone's talking to the local community board or the local community who are involved, just to try and pick up, how we can sort of avoid this long, complicated process that we've
Can we
ended up
not have this off the back of this paper? Because the project is not yet completed, and there will be a review. We're doing reviews of all capital projects after they're completed. So this will be coming back for decisions, and once the project is underway, then yes, we can start a process of looking back. I guess I was really
just interested in terms of, because I really want to see this project proceed, so I was really interested in
I think everyone around the table wants to see the project proceed. Yanni. You
what
are
had
not
happened
alone.
previously with the design and the location to ensure that the next steps of this project, that doesn't get repeated.
Yeah,
that was
and
it.
I don't think we could waste time looking back right now. At some stage in the future, we will look back at the process and ask ourselves whether we could have done things better and learn lessons from it. That's what we should always do after big projects.
Yeah, and if it provides any comfort, certainly we'll be workshopping with the community board about the way forward.
I'm just talking about the people in the community
Good.
that have been through this.
Glenn and then Mike.
Just, I'm ready for what looks like a straightforward procedural motion to
Yep.
be put in your time, Mayor.
It's been moved by Councillor Chen. It's been seconded by Vicky Bark. And were you moving that the question be put?
No.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said procedural motion.
Well, it looks very straightforward. Well, I'm happy to move that way.
I'd like to move an amendment.
What's the amendment?
Just for to take out the word tentative.
That was the council decision.
To alternative, so to identify a site. And seconded by Aaron. Okay, so I'll put the amendment. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no.
No.
Put up your hands for aye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And opposed? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's lost. And so I will put. It's carried. So the words "an alternative" come out, and so now I'll put the full resolution. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
May I have a debate this one? Before final, permanent.
I should have allowed a debate prior to the putting of the amendment. Okay? Yeah. It's the motion's been carried.
Amendment, Vicky the second, then we ask re-amendment, then we should have debate, and then to.
Jimmy, it's fine because the note actually.
It's been carried. The resolution's passed. Yes, I did. I put the.
You're just about to.
Okay. All right. Jimmy,
Yes.
speak.
Okay, thank you. The mayor and my councillors, when we review the decision of this issue at a council meeting on 2nd August of this year, particularly we focus on the paragraph 3 and the paragraph 5. We can see that both paragraphs emphasize that the council requests the staff, to undertake the geotech investigation or CAIOPA to be undertaken as quickly as possible. And also, if we review paragraph 5, we request the chief executive report back a proposal to revoke the decision of 24th of August last year and report back by the today, council's meeting on a process of possession as quickly as possible. So in here, I would like to particularly emphasize to as quickly as possible. What they mean of this as quickly as possible, which means this new facility will be the urgent need for the wider Hornby community and the residents. Second is, if we review the staff, the meeting agenda, the process of paragraph 5.7 to 5.13 of the meeting agenda, that's very logical and very reasonable. And I would like to say, actually, this is the 2nd August, we request the staff give us the feedback as a proposal. So even this process, but actually this is the proposal. So that's a fantastic, for this one. So as a councillor for Hornby, as a local councillor, I would like to working with the community board, the staff, the wider Hornby community closely to follow the process of particular paragraph 5.7 to 5.13 for progressing the assessment of the site option, as well as building up the new facility in wider Hornby area as quickly as possible. Thank you.
All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you, and thank you very much to staff for their hard work on this matter.